know I'm a minute early. How are y'all doing? It's Tree with ShowStopper Designs. And I have a couple of people that have come on. Welcome. I am right at 2 o'clock, so yay, that's good. Let me get my iPad on and ready to go. Oh, here am. Hi, it's Tree with ShowStopper Designs. We're gonna actually participate in the Father's Day Parade on Ree's Work Forms and More. So thank you, Nadia, for the invitation to come on for an hour. Yes, for an hour. So what we're gonna do is actually a swag, and I've prepared a lot of things, so I do apologize, but again, it's for an hour. So I'm gonna try to be as fast as possible, but if you know me, it might take a little longer, but I'm gonna try to go as fast as I can. So if I miss y'all and say hello, it is because I have to be fast. And I do appreciate y'all coming on and actually watching. Lori, her adorable crawfish, Cajun crawfish design was absolutely fabulous. So I caught a little bit of hers. And next, after me, it's going to be Lisa Wood with, I'm gonna make for sure I say the name of her shop right, Choose Joy Crafts and Creations. So it's Choose Joy Crafts and Creations. It's next after me. Her name is Lisa Wood. She's a great designer. So make for sure that you catch her right after me. So I hope everybody's having a great Sunday, and let's get started. So what we're gonna do is a swag design. This particular swag, I use it all the time. I love it. I love it so much it's in my shop. So I sell a ton of them. There's 24 inches from top to bottom. So again, this is the base that we're going to be using. Throw that off to the side. So some things that we actually are going to be putting in the design. I'm going to be using 10-inch deco mesh, which I've already filled up, but I'm actually cut a piece to show y'all how I do it. I do not measure, but I use a 10-inch poly deco mesh. And what I was going to do was a baseball wreath, but the baseball sign did not make it in time, so I'm going to do a patriotic design. Some white thistle that is in my shop. You get 3 sprays. This is going to be included. This red spray is actually going to be included in my design. And then this one I got from Hobby Lobby, and it actually has 12 individual push-ups, but I've already kind of clipped some off. But this is a Hobby Lobby. It's 402-198. And again, I love this spray. And so I'm going to add some of this to it as well. So I said we're going to do a swag. Hello, everybody, as you come on. Thank you so much for watching this. And see, I've already filled my swag. So I showed you the base before. It's an evergreen 24-inch swag. This I measured. It is the 10-inch, but the length of it's 24 inches. I do not measure. I've gone all the way up to over 30, and I just curl it, and then I pinch, making sure the edges, and I pull it through. So if you kind of see that edge right there, I just go and pull it through on the other side, and then pull it through so it doesn't show and it won't snag. And then the last place I have, let's just pick one right here, and I just place it in there, push it all the way in, and then I tie it off. Okay, so it is really full. I would say I have probably 30 pieces in here, if not 24 to 30 pieces in here. Hey everybody, thank you again for coming on and watching this swag. Okay, got my glue gun on, it's ready to go. Other things that we're going to be putting in this patriotic swag are stars. So these are flock stars. You really can't see the navy, but you can see the white. And how they come is in a clear little bag. They do have a little kind of like fishing line piece to it. I cut that off and actually put a little pipe cleaner on it. And for security, I put a little floral pen in there to keep it safe so it doesn't fall out. And then another items that I'm going to put in are more stars, because we're looking at Patriotic. And I've got, these are sequins, but they come in a little bag, and again, with a little fishing wire, but they also have a little hook on them as well. I don't know if y'all can see that hook, but, and then I used a pipe cleaner to attach. So again, these are almost like 7.5 inches in diameter. So good size stars. And then these are 9. These are 9 in diameter. So good size, you know, elaborate embellishments. And of course, anybody has any questions, I'll go back and answer them. So if y'all have any questions, oh, thank you, Nadia. Thank you for putting in my link. I'm going to try to pin it. How about that? I'm going to try to pin it. Where do I go? Pin comment. Of course, it's the last thing it says. You know, you go through like 10 things it's asking you to do, like block the comment or not block the comment. So, okay. The other thing I've done, due to time, is I've actually made my bow. So I've used a 4-inch, the navy star, and then a couple of 2.5-inch and then 1.5-inch to actually complete my bow. Now, if you've never seen me make a bow, I have plenty of lives on here that I actually show how to make a bow, so you're welcome to go in there and look and see how I make a bow. It's relatively simple. I actually, you can't see it, so there we go. I actually use a zip tie, which I've learned from other designers. I used to use a pipe cleaner, and oh my gosh, this is a game changer. So if you don't use zip ties to actually keep your bows in place, you'll need to try. It's fabulous, fabulous. Okay, so I need to make for sure I've actually used it tight enough. Yep, it's good and it's tight. And I use any color zip ties because my bows are so big that you really can't see it. But you can use a coordinating zip tie in color. But I use green because, again, the base is an evergreen. Okay, so I'm going to turn this around so I can see what I'm doing. So what I do is actually place my ribbon. It's going to actually be up at the very top because I want it to be kind of a focal point. When you're using great ribbon, like these ribbons, you want to make for sure that it's a focal point. Why not, right? So what I do is take that zip tie and I'm going to push it through the actual deco mesh. And wherever you get your deco mesh, there's lots of great stores online that will sell you deco mesh. And let me actually flip it over and pull it over so y'all can see. I have to squish my bow down, but I'll fluff it. It's all wired ribbon. And a few are actually in my shop. This 4-inch star, I think I have 1 roll left in the shop. So, there's my bow. I will fluff it. The actual silver ribbon, the 1.5, it's glitter. So I do want to warn you, it has glitter on it. So it's actually in my shop, this one, and the blue is, and I think I have a few rolls of each still available. Let me pull it a little bit more, secure it. And then what we're going to do is fluff. And then I like to call them little bumps. I know other designers call it, I don't know what they call it, but I just know what I call it. So I use little bumps of ribbon and I come out and I actually hold it down and I pinch it because my stars are going to go where it's actually open, if that makes any sense. I hope that makes sense. It makes sense to me. So I'm going to push this down because, again, the ribbon I can pull that over, pull this down, and then show y'all what I did. Because again, you're going to actually do that. Oh, see? And you can move the actual ribbon around to make it a little wider so you can see some of the stars or whatever you have on your ribbon. Because again, my stars are going to be hidden on the design as well. And there's going to be so much glitter and so many stars. It's going to be awesome. As somebody likes to say, it'll be a showstopper, right? It will be a showstopper. I'll make for sure of that. All right, so then I'm going to make another bump with the ribbon. Do I go to this side? I'm going to go to this side. Because again, what is a design about here? Grab this area, tie it off. Yes, waterfalls. Okay, some people call it waterfalls. I like, okay, poofs, I believe somebody's saying. Okay. I like to call it a bump. I don't know why. It just, that's what I think of when I think of these type of designs. All right. So then I take my ribbon and I let it hang on the actual bottom. They're so firm that they really do stay in position where I put them. So that's always great when you have that type of ribbon. And then I'm going to hang it down. Let's use my handy dandy little measure, about 14 inches down off the swag. Cut half that star off. So I'm going to hold this up so y'all can see just how that ribbon is making the design. I'm going to have some tails coming out this way, a tail coming off this way, and then we'll add some more ribbon. Sound good? All right. See, my time goes away. So I'm 10, almost 15 minutes into it, so not bad. This isn't bad. This is good. It's good. I think my timing's pretty good. What state am I from? I'm in Texas. I was actually going to wear a Longhorn hat because Texas, the University of Texas is playing Texas A&M right now in softball, and that is one of my favorite sports. I love volleyball. It is like, I played it in high school, should have played it in college, got a scholarship, but didn't do it. And, but again, you know, I just enjoy watching it. So, much older now, so playing I don't think is an option, but they're playing right now. So if you live in the state of Texas, you know, even though they haven't played in the same conference in years, Texas and Texas A&M, huge rivalry. But, and of course I had to pick the time that they are actually playing right now. Hey Lori, you did great, girl. I loved your design. I love crawfish, but I love the crawfish design. Totally Cajun, totally you, totally fantastic. So great job to you, kudos. Okay, so what I've also done is I need to make more of the actual ribbon design. So I get started talking and it gets me in trouble, right? I get behind. Right, Lori? That's what happens, right? Okay, so I want more of the actual stars to show because, again, as I showed y'all, what I'm putting in here are stars. So, and some other greenery and things like that. So you always want to use nice dedicated scissors to your ribbon. I also have other scissors, which are great scissors, but they don't cut my ribbon. So always keep that in the back of your mind when you're designing, because you always want to have nice scissors on hand when you're cutting your ribbon. Okay, I'm going to move my embellishments off to the side so I can actually place this ribbon where I want to. Place it in the design. And I actually placed this in here, and I'm going to pull it a little bit more so I can have a longer tail that comes off to the side. Now I'm going to make another little bump, but this is just that 4-inch star ribbon. I'm also getting over a serious sinus infection, and boy, did it feel like the flu. If anybody's having major sinus problems, I haven't had an antibiotic since 2019, and if I didn't have one, I would have been probably hospitalized. It was that bad. And so my throat might be going here soon, my voice, but that's okay. That's okay. It'll get me to working. Hi. Yes, Lori, yes. Loved it. Loved your design. And again, Lisa Wood with Choose Joy Crafts and Creations is next after me. So I know what she's making. She's making a longhorn. And she was asking me, am I going to be making one? And I said, oh no, I've already made one. And it's up in my theater room. Yep, I kept it. I did not sell that. I kept it. I loved it. So she is making that design. So if you want to understand how to make a longhorn, she is up next after me. Okay, so there is the actual ribbon that I added off to the side. Then I'm going to come in with the thinner 2.5-inch ribbons, and I'll actually include those. And it's going to be a mix, because this is all I have left of the stripes, so it's not a lot. But again, I've had this one forever, and it's about 17 inches long. Perfect for my additional ribbons. And then I'm going to use this. I'll use the remaining length of this, which is a Ferris silk ribbon, and I believe they're going to have this again this year. They don't have it right now in this particular color scheme, but I know that they are probably going to have it after July, is my understanding. All right, so get the silver glitter, and we'll get to adding some more ribbon, and then we'll add embellishments. Hi Susan, how are you? Everybody, thank you so much. I have 55 people watching. Lord have mercy, that's a lot of people. It's just Tree. It's just Tree with ShowStopper Design. And I had to wear a hat today because my hair just wasn't doing a thing. And just wasn't gonna happen. Wasn't gonna happen. So what I do is actually loop that, and I pinch it, and I'm gonna have a cute little tail coming down, okay? And I'll have this over to the side. And of course I will show you here in just a second what I did and how I added that, because it is so fun to use great ribbon that had a seam in it. Lucky day for me to cut that right there. So what I did was I just added that right there. And see how I just looped it around? Because again, when your customer opens the door, let's go over here. When the customer opens the door, they're gonna have that side there. You know, they're gonna be like, oh, look, there's even ribbon. So they're not seeing a cut in, they're actually seeing a finished end. Does that make sense? Also a great tip, when you're talking to a client and it's a custom design, ask them how their door swings open. Does it swing to the right or does it swing to the left? How does their door open? That's a huge reason why, if this were a custom, for example, the door would swing open on this side. Because again, you swing it open, you see all of this design, as well as this being stationary, but when you open it, the guests see all of that. Does it make sense what I'm saying? Hopefully, that is making sense. But again, always communicate with your client. Ask them which way does your door open, and again, it just makes sense. All right, so then I'm gonna actually grab the silver again, and I'll place one over here on this side. I'll do a little bump, pinch it, place it in the top here. And I'll be sure and show you what I did. Place it all the way down at the bottom, pinched it so it stays in place. Absolutely makes a difference. Absolutely, it's amazing how you'll have those return clients that are like, oh, you actually care. You actually ask those questions and you care. It just really, really makes a difference. Really, really makes a difference. All right. I'm going to cut that, dovetail it, whatever you want to call it. So here at the top, just did that one at the very top. Then I'll place these other ones down here that I have. And if you haven't noticed, you probably can't see on the camera, but I feel like I'm covered in glitter. I feel like I'm covered in glitter. Covered. It's all over my hands and arms. That's why I wear long sleeves. You know what? I'm just going to pinch it. I'm going to pinch it and have it come down and do a dovetail. Oh, it's beautiful. I'm not sure who said that. All I saw was beautiful. Sprinkled. Oh, well, thank you, Jean. And anybody else that shared that, or sprinkled. I don't see, again, don't know live enough to actually know all the words. I've lost where I can do this. There it is. Okay, tied it back. Gonna be able to actually put another one together, almost out of silver ribbon. Yeah, but I will dovetail these. I'm gonna put it right here on this side. Because to me, you just can't have enough ribbon. You've got to have ribbon in your design. It's just, from embellishments to ribbon, makes a big difference. All right. Now, let me dovetail these real quick. How am I doing on time? 20 minutes have gone by. I'm going to dovetail it, or fishtail, whatever you use, whatever term you use. These two to do down here, and then I've got the top one to do up there. And I can always go back and trim these again if they're too long or whichever. You know, there's some imperfections. Didn't do my dovetail quite at the point I wanted. Okay. Oh, almost. Everybody's having a great Sunday. Are y'all following all these wonderful designers that have participated? I hope so. I hope so, because I think everybody can learn from everyone. You never know the little tricks and tips that somebody can provide, and helpful ways of designing. Got one more ribbon to cut up at the top, and then we will move on to the embellishments right after this, but I'll show you what I've done. Because again, see how firm that silver ribbon is? I mean, it's just fabulous. It is a Ferrosilk ribbon. It is a Ferrosilk ribbon. That stripes is a Ferrosilk ribbon. The stars is actually in my shop. I think I still have one roll unless somebody has purchased it. I just have one roll left as of right now. That very second. All right. So I'm going to hold this up. So this just has ribbon and deco mesh in it. So let's start adding in the embellishments. So I have red star, white star, silver star. So again, there's no rhyme or reason to this. It's again where there's open spaces that I can actually place these stars. Also, I have a navy star. It is a navy star. And then I have a silver star. These two are flocked. And I was actually going to plan on putting one up at the top and one down at the bottom. And I'll go ahead and do that. I'll place this top one. That's the flocked white one. And I've again placed pipe cleaners on here. I will use glue. And I just tie it to one of the actual extra stems that I have back here. And I just tie that pipe cleaner around the back. Just like so. So you see that right there. But then I go back so customers aren't seeing that pipe cleaner, and I tie another stem around it so it's hidden a little bit more. So see, it's virtually gone, okay? But again, you see the star, you see the ribbon, I'm going to show y'all upside down. So you see the star and you see the ribbon. You're going to see that, but you don't see the whole star, but you wouldn't see the whole star, right? Exactly. You wouldn't see the whole star. So then it's going to be, what do you think, red? Since I did white up here, silver, red, then white, then the blue. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. These have a sequence to them. The sequins are coming off just like a glitter would, but there's so many. And I believe all the stars I got at the Reese shop. The Reese shop is practically in my backyard. So they are very, very close to where I live, and I can get the things really, really quickly. So here, I'm going to do the exact same thing. Pull it through, pull that pipe cleaner through, and then I'm going to tie it off using a stem in the back. Thank you for loving it. I so appreciate it. Tie that off. So again, you also, I always like to point out, it's important, I think. When you're doing a design, you're going to want to have that contrast. So where we have navy, we have a little bit of white, but you have the red deco mesh. So it's actually standing out a little bit more than blending in. Make sense? Hopefully it makes sense. All right, so we have that, and it's actually at an angle too. So then I'm going to bring the red and place it on this side and pull it through. Love the reshop. Yes, it's a bonus that they are local. Yes, it is a bonus. You know, but I think all of us are grateful for those shops that ship quickly. That's something that I truly do in my shop. I know that, oh, my thing just came loose. I will need to do a pipe cleaner for that ribbon. But anyway, I digress. But they are in my backyard. I can order today, and I think it would be here by Tuesday. If I ordered yesterday, it'd probably be here tomorrow. So, you know, again, it's just, they're that fast. And I could go pick it up too, but you know, schedules are crazy and hectic. Okay, it did not keep that pinched in there. So let me try again before I do anything else. Here, let me try that. There we go. Now it's in there. Okay, now pull that white out so you're seeing that. Now, I don't know if you'll see that, but there is a little imperfection on that star. You see a little bit of white. I take a Sharpie and I just fill in that little spot because that would drive me crazy. It would drive me crazy. And that's all I do. Just add a little bit of Sharpie to it. I didn't recreate the wheel there, but see how again you have that white against that red and it just pops. So always make for sure that when you use your deco mesh, you use it to your benefit, even though it's one of those kind of hidden gems back there in your designs, whether it's a wreath or a swag like this. Okay, second to last star is our white star, which I'm going to do the navy star down here. I'm going to do the white star right here, and I'm going to do the navy star down at the bottom. Sound fair? Sound good? Sounds great. Of course. Because again, the navy will contrast, but I'm going to actually place some other embellishments, as I mentioned earlier, in here. I'm trying to find a loose stem down here. Here we go. Found one. So it is almost 135, right? No, 235. Woo. I was early there. 235. Thank you. We'll hold it up here in a second and I'll show y'all again. get some of that fuzzy stuff off of there. But again, those stars are flocked, and then the ones in the center, I still have the white one to put in. But you see that blue, the navy blue star, and again the contrast with the silver and the white, and then the red deco mesh and the white deco mesh, because again it can stand out in your design. Another thing to ask your client if you're doing custom designs is the color of their door, and if it matters, because sometimes a color of a door, I mean, people paint their doors all the time, and then some people have glass in their door or frosted glass, so it always depends on what a client has to make your design stand out. So those are always really, really important. And we have a guest. My Yorkie, Chloe, just walked in the room, but she's way over there. So if she walks closer, I will grab her and I'll show you Miss Chloe. But she, you know, she's doing her own thing right now. So she's like, Mom, leave me alone. I don't want to go live. Not everybody likes going live, Mom. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Okay, here we go. So again, deco mesh. I thought I saw a little string. I did. Deco mesh. So pull that off. So the white star has now been added. That's a sequence. Okay, so y'all see that right there? So again, you have your silver star. You have, that'll go with everything. Da, 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 da. I always like looking over at my iPad because I can see it a little bit better. You know, just a tad bit better at seeing these things. Okay, so now, what did I do? I've actually gone in and I've made all, maybe not all, but I might add more, of my actual picks. I've cut them up into sprays, and I'm going to actually place these in here. And I've, again, the thistle and the greenery that I mentioned earlier. So if you missed that part of the live, I did show all the items that I'm going to be using. And again, where I place them. Because then, once you get them in there, with them being wired and unique, you can actually stretch them out. But fun, you know, they don't come this way. Of course, they come squished, you know. You want to make for sure that they're all wide, and the glue that I use, I love, love, love using Gorilla Glue. And the reason I use Gorilla Glue is because since I've been doing this for a while, it's amazing. The quality, some people don't care, and it really doesn't matter. When I have to decorate and design in Texas, it gets so hot. You know, where at some places it doesn't really matter how hot or cold it gets, but here it is so hot that you don't want things to just get destroyed, because people will be putting this on their doors, and you want to make for sure it looks great even later. And it's tried and true for me. You know, we're not close here in Dallas, we're not close to the actual water, so yes, we have lakes and things like that, but we're not close to the ocean, so it doesn't, you know, water's not of an issue for me. Moisture, humidity is terrible here. So, you know, taking all those into consideration, it is so important to actually add items and use tools that are to the best of your capabilities and abilities. Okay, so I've just added, I've glue strings everywhere. So I just added a few things at the very top there, some greenery and some sprays. I'm going to continue to add these items throughout and make them a little wider. But again, These have that glitter and sequins. I believe any type of spray would work in designs like this. It's not necessarily, do you have to use this? I mean, I got some great sprays at home and used them in some Patriotic designs that I just finished, but I ran out of a lot of things that I got from there using them in that design. So I'm going to add some more greenery up in this area, just applying some glue to the pick, because again, I actually bring those items together. I think it makes a huge difference when you're designing. And then I'll add some more red sprays down there. I do have some silver sprays that I did have left over. Only have 2 or 3. Not very many at all left over. And again, you can add those in open areas where again, you're needing that contrast. Like there in that open area where there's no ribbon, but yet you needed that open spray. I'll hold it up and show y'all. So right there, I'm going to continue to go down and around, because again, I thought that thistle, which again, the spray that I'm talking about, this thistle looked like a firework. I mean, how it's actually opening up and the spray kind of opens up, reminds me of firework. So I'm going to come down here and actually have that contrast there. And these spirals also, to me, have a type of firework look to them. Nice contrast to the design. Then I'm going to add another one here, trying to go as fast as I can so y'all see a finished product as we are going and designing. But I hope everybody's having a great day. I have greenery there, have the ribbon. I'm going to actually add that silver piece back over here because I do only have 3. Add it back in here. A little bit of that red. There we go. Bring that ribbon around. Then I'm going to add some of the greenery down at the bottom, or near the bottom. So again, a good, nice addition to that area along the side. Because again, I'll add another one over here, glue string. I know y'all can't see it, but they're everywhere. They're everywhere. And then add a few more. I have so many red, because again, these were going to go in a baseball design, which I do have more. Hi, they're new to your page. Okay, Michelle, well, great. Thank you. Holy sparkles. Oh, yes, lots and lots of sparkles. Lots and lots of sparkles. Lots of glitter. Lots and lots of glitter. For sure. Lots of glitter. All right. So I'm going to put this one back in here. So again, you're seeing that design full and unique. You always want to make your designs unique. Nothing wrong with getting your creative thoughts and influences from other designers. But again, you're going to always want to make your designs unique. Coming together, correct? 15 minutes. Hurry. Just kidding. All right, so let me turn this around so I can see from my direction. Oh my goodness. There we go. Just gonna have to take that out for right now. I will fix it later. I've had a deco mesh roll come flying out at me. We'll take care of that later. All right, more glue. Again, I use Gorilla Glue. It works fantastic down here in the heat and the humidity. So I'll probably always use Gorilla Glue. Always. Just because it's always worked for me. Okay, this last one I'm going to place down here towards the bottom with some emphasis down here near the navy star. And again, place some more of the greenery. I have a couple more, but if I feel like I need to add a few more in some other locations, I've got plenty that I can add. Plenty that I can add. And then I'm going to place another one down here. I'm going to do it right there. That's a great place for it. I've got some more of the actual red. Oh! Oops. My thing fell. So now I don't know what to do. So, oops, my whole ring just fell over to the side and it broke. So now it's in pieces. So I have nobody here up here with me. So what I'm going to do, give me 2 seconds, because then I have this guy. It's just gonna be, heck, I don't know what happened. It fell over. So now you see all that ribbon? Did y'all see all that ribbon? Look at that. All right. So we're back. I guess we're back. I'm gonna put y'all down a little bit. So I'm having to maneuver a little bit. That totally broke. I have no idea. My husband came running. Isn't that nice? But here we go. Here we go. So there's the design. You'll see my green shoes, right? My comfortable green shoes. But there's the design. I'm going to lay it back down and I'm going to finish it. So I apologize for that whole debacle, but you understand, right? So I am going to glue a few more in there. We only have a few more minutes left, but we're gonna make it work. I'll show you. I'll put 3 or 4 in and I'll pull it up and I'll show you what I've done. So I'm just adding more to the design, adding some more sprays to the actual design. So again, it doesn't look so empty. But I do apologize. Oh my goodness, it just went and it broke. So I'll have to make sure that it gets fixed, because that's unusual. Never have I had that happen. And I have gone live a few times. Never had it happen. So that was fun. It was fun. I am a little crooked now, so I apologize for that. But I had my backup ready to go there for y'all. And that's unusual for me. Absolutely stunning. Oh, well, thank you, Barbara. I so appreciate that. I appreciate that, especially since everything went crashing down a few minutes ago. But we are making it work. All right. So, all right, I'm gonna hold it up again so I can see it. Because, you know, you kind of get a little bit discombobulated with everything. Let me make for sure. I'm going to put some more down here in that little open area there. And have it coming down. It's all coming together. Perfect timing. I think we planned it just right. Planned it just stinking right. Glue strings everywhere. Broken ring light. My husband to the rescue. He is so great to help me out. I'm going to place another one right here. And I'll pick it up and I'll show you. I think I have one spot right there. And I have a few more. I'll use this one instead. And of course I just clustered it together. Putting some hot glue on it. Placing it right in there. All the excitement of, it's always something. I have burnt myself, I've cut myself on a live, I've burnt myself on a live. What else have I done? Butt my head on a live. I've done so many things, and for that to happen and nobody standing over there, that's a little weird. That's a little weird. But I have one more, and I think I'm going to put it up at the top. Up at the top? I think I'm going to put it up at the top. Why not, right? All right, here we go. I'm going to place it one more. And place it up at the top here. Put some glue on it. Place it right there behind that. I think this has come together nicely. Nicely. All right. Come together nicely. So again, I'm going to show you the back. Let's clip off that zip tie. Place in the trash. But again, there's the actual back side of it. There's the front. So you have that blue stars, and you see how those stars are just visually, you're seeing those as well as the stars that you've placed inside with those textured sequences, and then the flocked from the top to the bottom, flocked, and all the ribbon. So not too shabby. I do apologize for the actual ring light falling, but again, you're able to see the design. I'll hold it up as we are coming to a close. So again, the next one up is Lisa Wood. She's at 3 o'clock Eastern, and it is, the name of her shop is Choose Joy Crafts and Creations. And crafts with a C and creations is with a C, so it's spelled correctly. And again, it's Lisa Wood. She's doing a Longhorn design unless she changed her mind. But again, we did a Patriotic swag here on my page. So I appreciate it so much, y'all coming on and watching me do this. Of course, my ring light went flying off to the side. I'll be fixing that, possibly buying a new ring light. But again, thank you for joining me. I hope y'all have a great day. This is what we made. And thank you, Nadia, for including me in this particular Father's Day parade of items. But we so appreciate it. Y'all have a great day. I need to go buy a ring light and make for sure it doesn't follow me again. But y'all have a great day. Thanks, guys. Bye.